Hi.
Hello, my question is a little bit of a different speed. Earlier today you mentioned Patricia Cullors or somebody from the BLM movement, and you said that her only qualifying factors for speaking about different things and issues was because she was black. And during the White House hearing about white supremacy, you was on that, and a question was asked whether white supremacy is a threat or not. And your only qualification to speaking on that was being black. So what do you say to people that say you're being a hypocrite?
Yeah, so I didn't say on this stage that Patricia's only qualification was being black. I said that people gave her tens of millions of dollars, had no idea where it was going to go, and were happy to do it because she was pirating. She just kept saying Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. It was stupid. They lost their money. Bad investment. Oh well, too bad, so sad. Regarding qualifications to speak on what's harming Black America, you just have to be able to examine actual statistics, right? Are you telling me, would you honestly say that when you walked into this room today, you were afraid that white supremacy was going to kill you? I asked this to Black people to be honest. Are you afraid that a Klansman is going to come down the street on horseback and pick you up? Be honest.
I'm personally not afraid.
Okay, so that's it. So when I was speaking at the congressional testimony, I was saying, my experience being black in America, I don't know any black people that are fearful to walk down the street because they think a Klansman's going to come get them, right? But I can list you tons of black people that grow up in poverty, that grow up in the hood, that grow up around gang culture, that are fearful. When you examine black on black crime rates, when I was just talking about illiteracy rates, I said that I could list 100 things the black community is suffering from today before I got to white supremacy, and yet the focus and the emphasis in the school system has been to brainwash us to believe that white people want to kill us around every single corner, and I think that that's a harmful ideology because it doesn't allow us to actually focus on the things that we're suffering from. You know, number one, I would say is father absence. We need to get our families back together. We have to stop letting the government raise us.
You know, I think as time has passed since George Floyd's passing and the BLM movement, a lot more people are seeing that BLM was a fraud. By the way, BLM was not a 501c3 nonprofit. It was a for-profit corporation. That should tell you everything you need to know. And in this video, they were talking about Patrice Cullors, who was one of the figureheads of BLM. She got real rich. She bought several houses in California, I believe one in Albany, the Bahamas. And wasn't her mission to help underprivileged communities of color? Yeah, didn't really happen. Now, did it? And we saw BLM Chicago after Palestinian Hamas terrorists parachuted into a rave in Israel. BLM Chicago basically posted that and praised it. Had parachutes with Palestinian flags. BLM is a Marxist terrorist organization for saying this. And we have a president who is trying to say that white supremacy is the biggest threat to communities of color and of America. And I think what we see on college campuses right now, when Jewish people are scared by people who support Hamas and the Palestinian, pro-Palestinian movement, which is really supporting Hamas, which is also a terrorist organization, I think we see what's really happening here. No, there aren't KKK members with pitchforks riding horses through communities of color trying to kill them. But we do have defund the police, which is harming communities of color. That's the real problem. And I'm glad that this whole narrative is falling apart.